Up YouTube, just missed everything.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga.
So today's episode of Let's Talk, we gonna talk about, does everybody need a gun?
No. Some people don't need a gun.
Yes and no. Let's talk. Does everybody need a gun?
I'll say no.
In a broad scheme of things, yes. Cause it's like, I feel like out of sight, out of mind is really real. And if you don't know that I got a gun, you feel me, you might try some goofy shit. Now, if you know that I got a gun and you still try some goofy shit, that's just because you think I'm a weak individual and I ain't gonna blow that motherfucker. But, if you got a gun, and I know you got a gun, and I got a gun, and you know I got a gun, I feel like things are won't be, you feel me, you know, I feel like people will have more respect for other people knowing that, you know.
I don't know. I feel like people don't need a gun, just considering that it is some people that it could be the littlest thing in the world. Any inconvenience, like slight inconvenience that somebody makes for them.
Fucking traffic jam! I'm fucking tired of this!
Like, dude, nah, like some people don't need
I'm sick of this shit!
Where you get that? No, but it's just like some people just don't need it. It's just, I understand like it's laws to it and all that stuff, and everybody can get one, but at the same time, it's just like
everybody can't.
Well, I mean, everybody that can't, that ain't a felon, some type of criminal of any of that sort.
I feel like it's bogus. If you're not a felon, you're not a sex offender. If you just did some young dumb shit when you was a shorty, and that's affecting you not being able to get a gun, that's some goofy shit. Like, come on. Back to
I mean, yeah, but still, not everybody need a gun. Just considering that there's so many people in this world, and we live in Chicago, so I mean, it's like, especially people in Chicago, like if anything, I feel like we should be able to take the guns out. Like, I feel like only people that's really worthy of having a gun should have a gun. But I don't know, it's really hard to say.
How do you really judge who worthy?
It's really hard to say who worthy or not. But I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna have a gun, guns should only be for the household and for the range.
Most shit ain't happening at the fucking range. I'm gonna just say that right now. Most shit ain't going down at the range. In the range parking lot on the way to the range. It ain't going down. Most shit is going down day to day. You have no clue, and to have that motherfucker on you to go ahead and do what you gotta do, that's realistic. Crib, yeah, I agree with it, but just the range and just the crib, come on, dude. Motherfucker jack you right outside of your crib.
That don't usually happen.
Stupid motherfucker. That's it, dude. I just sent you that video. A dude walking into his crib, they tried to run, he thoo.
That's different.
You feel me? Like, motherfuckers lay in bushes and lay in gangways and wait on motherfuckers all the time.
But
that's where you get in the house and go get the gun.
But I live in the suburbs. You live out west. That's how I grew up. That's how you grew up. I ain't have to worry about going outside and worry about somebody trying to rob me and all this. No,
we don't leave our doors unlocked around this motherfucker.
I ain't never leave my doors unlocked either. But I'm just saying, it wasn't that. It wasn't how it was where you was at. For me, it was you walk to school every morning. You don't gotta worry about none of that. I live in the suburbs. The suburbs.
Hey, man, drop me off.
Yeah,
Why?
that type of stuff.
Why? Shit, I gotta have a reason why I need to be dropped off. Damn now. Hey, man, drop me off. Why? Them niggas was talking the other day on the bus. I ain't trying to, you know. I wanna come home to you tonight.
No, I don't know. I feel like guns is...
I feel like everybody should. Here's the stipulation. Everybody should have the right to... Everybody should have the right or the ability to get a gun, but I feel like it is irresponsible on the government and powers that be, whoever, to not put forth legislation for training. You want to own a gun? I mean, it's just like what y'all do with fucking driving. I gotta pass 1 million fucking written tests and drive and all of this other bullshit in order to get a license. Why is it no stipulations? Why is it just a background check? If I can clear a background check, I can own a firearm and not know how to work it, not know how to load it, clean it, do anything. I can just own it. That's irresponsible. That's irresponsible on the higher ups. If you're gonna allow any and everybody to have a gun, you need to require training, not just CCW training, just ownership training. That shit not. I don't agree with that. I feel like everybody should have the right to bear arms and have a gun or be able to get a gun. But if you're gonna get one, if you're gonna own one, you need to go through the necessary and proper channels of learning how to operate, maintain. Cause what good is a gun? You take it to the range all the time, right? You take it to the range. It's a safe queen when it's at home. You ain't got it out and around. You feel me? It ain't readily available. You take it to the range. You You go to the range. You feel me? Every 3 months. You don't clean that motherfucker. Somebody breaking your crib. All right, you can get to the safe and get the gun, but you got all type of carbon buildup and corrosion and all type of shit. You don't know how to clean your gun. You don't know how to field strip your gun. You don't know how to. Come on, dude. Exactly. And in that moment, it does matter. It matters more than anything that you know how to do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's irresponsible to sell an individual a gun or make it, you feel me, readily available to an individual without requiring some type of training. Yes, you can buy whatever gun you want. You can want a motorcycle. If you legally want to ride one, you have to go through, a training course. You want to drive, you can drive whatever car you want, but you need to learn the basics of driving a car. There needs to be a basic standard for firearm ownership other than just a fucking background check, because that shit we know is flawed. All these fucking school shootings and shit, that shit is flawed. Come on.
That's why we got problems now. That's why the gun community and the gun laws is changing so much now. They getting stricter and stricter every year. It seems like you.
But they're getting stricter and stricter on the law-abiding citizens and not the people who are actually breaking the law. The motherfuckers who are going to get guns in an illegal manner aren't the people who are being affected by the fucking shrewd-ass, crazy-ass gun laws. Y'all want to restrict how a gun looks, how a gun is outfitted, how a gun functions and all that, the fucking bump stocks and vertical foregrips and a brace versus stock. Y'all want to be petty about that shit. You think a fucking criminal give a fuck about putting a stock or a brace on the back of his AR that's shorter than 16 inches? You think they give a fuck about that? No. You just sending motherfuckers who actually willing to go through the process. You giving them hell. Like, come on. Let's be real. Let's really wake up. And if you gon'
this sounds like a rant video.
Nah, yeah, I'm kind of getting pissed. Like, what was the topic? Should everybody have guns? Yeah, everybody should. But there should be stricter stipulations. There should be stricter stipulations on learning how to function and use firearms, rather than just stipulations on who can and who can't. I think one of the biggest loopholes in the gun industry or in the weapons industry, you can go and shoot and take a class to get your concealed carry, right? You can go to the range with a 22, qualify, shoot, and do everything for your CCW, and then walk around with a fucking 45. I'm going to just let that sit there for y'all, right? I'm going to just let that sit there for y'all. I can go shoot with a deuce at the range. All rounds on target, all rounds bullseye. And then once I get my CCW, yeah, I'm told them motherfucking Desert Eagle. 50 AE.
I don't know. I feel like
that shit. That's what needs to be regulated. That type of shit.
I feel like guns is good, but just in certain communities, I feel like it's not. Like, certain people make guns look worse than what they are.
I agree.
But, because, I mean, like, people just don't But guns, I feel like guns don't kill people. People kill people. Like it takes.
That ain't even a feel. Like, that's facts.
Exactly, and it's just like, bro, it's just like you can't easily. I won't say easily, but you can definitely kill somebody with your bare hands. But at the same time, it's so much easier and it's so much more impactful when you shoot somebody with an actual firearm. And it's just like I feel like some people just shouldn't be able to, not even just be able to get them, but I feel like certain people shouldn't have guns at all. They shouldn't be introduced. So
what would be your stipulation on certain people? Who are those certain people for you who shouldn't be able to get them?
Felons, like you said, what's it called?
I got some felons around me. I trust them with my life. I'd rather a firearm be in some felons that I know hands rather than some law-abiding citizens. Because I know that fella know how to work that motherfucker. He know how to work that motherfucker.
He might not have to do that.
He been playing with them bitches for forever. He know what he doing with that bitch. And I know this is just me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I would rather nobody really have guns, to be honest. Besides, like, I wouldn't even say police need like guns. To be honest with you,
I definitely don't.
Like honestly, if we just had a gun,
if you're truly passionate about it being a police, don't go to work with your gun. If you're truly passionate, if that's really what you love to do, that's your passion, that's your calling, go to work and be a straightforward police officer without your gun.
I don't think that's legal. Like, not legal, but
let's just, you know how many motherfuckers are retired?
No, I don't.
Shit, a lot. Nigga, it's power behind that gun and badge. Them the motherfuckers who don't need them. If you feel powerful because you got a firearm,
those people too.
Those you don't need a gun.
Type of people that got guns.
A gun is a fucking tool. It is not. You are not immortal because you got a fucking gun. Like, nah.
But yeah, those type of people I feel like shouldn't have guns either. Like, just police that feel like because they have a firearm or any type of weapon that they have around them or on them at any point in time. Like, I feel like those are the type of people that one shouldn't even be in the force. To be honest with you. Because I feel like it's too many, what's the word? There's too many,
variables?
No, not variables, but it's too many people that feel like, oh, because I'm a police officer, I can do this, and I have a gun.
Yeah.
So
Everybody have a power trip every now and again.
And I just feel like if it was less of that, and less of guns that people can just acquire, because in Chicago, it's easy as shit to get a gun in Chicago. But I'm just saying, like, for those people that do have guns and all that stuff, I feel like those people should not have guns.
No, yeah.
Just for the protection of everybody. I feel like this world would be a lot more peaceful if people didn't have guns. Because guns cause... It makes shit rise very fucking fast.
It's the person, though.
I mean,
if I was already on edge and looking for some bullshit, we done seen it play out so many times. So innocent, I bump you on the way out of the gas station. My bad, bro. I keep walking. I'm nonchalant.
Right.
I'm just going to go do what I'm doing. Hey, bro, you fucking bumped me. I said my bad. You said my bad. Like, motherfucker, like, if I'm already on edge and I'm looking for it, it don't matter what's going on around me, nigga. I could sneeze. Fuck, I'm sneezing for, G. Y'all motherfuckers around here making me sneeze. What the fuck? Like, you feel like it's the goofy individuals. It's not the weapons. It's not the firearms. It's not the firearms at all. And I think a motherfucker who does not know how to use a weapon is more dangerous than a motherfucker who don't. Because if I know you know what you're doing with a gun, you've been trained.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything happened, no, shut up. If I know you know what you're doing with a gun, right, and something happens, I know it was intentional. Mm-hmm. This other individual who ain't been trained, this up in the air, like,
I don't know what happened.
we don't know if he did that shit on purpose or not. He ain't got no training. He ain't got no, I'm more scared of a motherfucker who don't know how to use a gun than a motherfucker who do. If you know how to use a gun, then, hey, at the end of the day, if I'm in your crosshairs or I'm on the other end of that motherfucker for whatever reason, if I did something, then whatever gonna happen. But a motherfucker who don't know how to, I'm ducking, running, I'm getting the fuck out of there. This motherfucker might shoot himself, goddammit. I'm going. Nah, I don't even know where I was trying to go with that, but yeah, to me the real threat is the people who are uneducated about weapons training and just the goofy motherfuckers that think a gun gives you power and leverage. It's who you are is who you are. If you've been a fucking dork and you've been a fucking lame your whole life, you turning 18 and going to go get a gun does not make you undorky or unlame. You're a dork with a fucking gun. Yeah, you're a lame with a fucking gun. Like, that's it. Let us know what y'all think down in the comments below. Does everybody need a gun? Give me your honest opinion. I feel like everybody does, but there needs to be harder and more stricter stipulations on gun ownership. Like, before we even get to CCW and all of that, you buying a gun, I feel like every fucking gun you purchase, you feel me? You buy a Glock 19, you need to go to a Glock 19 training. You buy a Springfield, whatever, you buy XD, whatever.
So you need
not a specialist training, but just basic on how to own and operate. Just think about how many people out there who got a gun sitting in a safe somewhere don't even know how to. They just know when you squeeze the trigger, the motherfucker go bang. That's all they know. That's exactly. But it's so many people out there like that. I don't feel like nobody should have them. If you're going to be responsible and if you're going to go through the proper channels to acquire one, then you deserve to have it. If you're not, then hey, you don't need it.
Definitely don't need it.
You feel me? That's it. Get down in. If you like what we doing, like the video. If you fuck with what I got going on with the channel, go ahead, subscribe. Otherwise, it's Mr. Everything. I'm out. How you feel about people with guns? Should everybody have a gun?
Not everybody. I think they should do special screening for people who get them, buy them.
We got background check system.
They should do more education.
But y'all do know and you do understand the regulation on people who are going through the background check system is just making it harder for law-abiding citizens. You do understand, like, people who have no intention of having their background ran to purchase a gun, the laws that are being changed don't affect them.
That makes sense. I mean, it makes sense because we were talking about it the other day when you were talking about the bump stock thing or something like that. That's for people who already have them and they change.
Oh, the brace. Yeah, the
that.
pistol brace. So that's a different thing, but yeah. Motherfuckers gonna hate the channel, G. Alright, what topic we covering today?